right. Hi, you guys. So I'll try to go through some information we got today and explain how it pertains to English, what our plan is for this week. So for Thursday and Friday this week, what's our game plan? Then you guys have spring break, and then the following week is this virtual online school. So we'll kind of explain what we're going to do, how things are going to go, because they have changed some, kind of explain some tools that we're going to use. Like, for example, the Screencastify, a lot of teachers you'll see, they're going to be using that as their way to like pre-record lessons and post them on their days that like you guys have assignments and things like that. Because yes, you are not in school. I get that. But the assignments that we assign are for real points. They're real assignments. They aren't just like filler assignments. They're things that are going to go towards your 4th 9 weeks grade. So I think that's important to remember. So here, let me pull up first the document Mr. Harold would have sent out. And it's actually for like how the week after spring break will look. So this week, every teacher, basically our goal is to reach out to you guys, make sure you're okay, make sure you can get access to Canvas, things like that. And that's kind of our goal just for this week, and maybe have one small assignment, which will kind of show you what ours is after I explain the schedule. But for this week, to start things off, your research papers are still due tomorrow, Thursday, the 19th at 7:30 a.m. They do need to be turned in. So that is something we aren't changing. That's not going to change. At this point, we did get information. You guys are no longer required to do your presentation. You do not have to do your senior research presentation. So for some of you, that's super exciting. And yes, you can see my little dog Chewy's popping his head in the video. You'll probably see that the next few weeks. But that's okay. But so research paper is still on, still have to turn it in. Senior research presentation, you can kind of check that off your list. It's not something we're any longer going to require you guys to do, just because there's so much uncertainty with what the weeks will be to come. But the week we get back from spring break, this is the game plan. If you see on the left-hand side here, and you should have gotten this via email, I believe, from Mr. Harold. So check your emails if you have not. But for math, science, PE or health, performing arts, and 7th and 8th grade doesn't apply to you guys, this is your game plan. So Monday, 8 a.m., you'll check your Canvas, see what's posted. Most likely it'll be a Screencastify assignment or like a lecture with an assignment to go with it. And then from 12 to 2 o'clock, we're supposed to be available for what's called Canvas conferences. So if you look on the little side of the page of Canvas, like this is our English Canvas conference link. So you'll click on that. And a new conference would be where you'd find access to get a hold of us. You could also email us. That's not something you couldn't do, but it is something that is available. So 12 to 2, we're supposed to be available on Canvas conferences to answer questions. Tuesdays for those subjects, you are doing virtual instruction or office hours. So maybe it's a math teacher from 8 to 9 o'clock actually going through practice problems with you or things like that. But they're supposed to be available either through virtual instruction or just Canvas conference to answer questions. It depends. It's going to look a little different for each subject. But check their Canvas homepages, check the Canvas conference areas. That's where you'll find that information. So math from 8 to 9 a.m. From 9 to 10 will be science, 10 to 11, health or PE, and then 11 to 12 performing arts. So that is your Tuesday for those classes. Other than that, on Wednesdays, you kind of go back to just check Canvas, see what we have posted. Maybe it's an assignment, maybe it's watching a video screencastify. It's going to look different. Then 12 to 2, again, we're supposed to be available to answer questions. Thursday flips back. It's those virtual lessons where you're actually learning as we're on video, or maybe it's just for answering any questions anyone might have about the assignment we posted the day the day prior. So 8 to 9 math, 9 to 10 science, and 10 to 11 health. And then 11 to 12 performing arts. And then Friday for those classes, just email, let us know if you have any questions. Flip side, same concept, just a little different arrangement. English, social studies, foreign language, visual arts, so maybe graphic design, photography, career tech, and that's if you're at Lake for career tech. So it might look different for your career tech if you're at Glen Oak or Hoover or any of the career centers. Reach out to those teachers about their career tech, but for us at Lake, this is our plan. And any business classes. So Monday is your opportunity to email us if you have questions. Tuesday, check Canvas. And then we're available from 12 to 2. Wednesday from 8 to 9 is ELA, like virtual opportunities of learning or conference calls. 9 to 10 is history. 10 to 11 would be foreign languages. 11 to 12, visual arts. 12 to 1, career tech, business. And then Thursday, check Canvas. We're available from 12 to 2. And then Friday, same idea as Wednesday. It's those conference call times. So I'll do a separate video to kind of show you how to even log into a conference call and how that looks, which it will look a little bit different because it'll be from the student perspective rather than the teacher, which is what I have. But it's better to see it, have a reference point to look at. But so that's the plan. That's how the week after spring break is going to look. What the week for English is going to look like this week, if you go back to our homepage, I will update this because I've added a few things. Mrs. Cutright did some things earlier for it, but for this week into spring break, we'll have a small assignment. It says virtual communication contact activity. So if you click on that, it'll open it up here. Basically, you're just going to share a photo type of response. Maybe you have a video, whatever you choose to do. And you're going to comment on how things are going on at home or any questions you might have. And then as you see, like Bryn has already done it. Hers is listed there. I posted one earlier, added that schedule I just showed you, and kind of told you what our game plan for this week is. So starting tomorrow through Friday, bringing us to spring break, our game plan is respond to this post. And then after that, you do have an extra credit opportunity. It's to write a letter to the Jefferson Health Center, which is an adult nursing home, adult living center. And it's an opportunity just to write a letter to their residents, just kind of to pick up their spirits. Because right now, if you've watched any of things on the news or paid attention to things going on outside in the world, obviously those types of homes, they've shut down visitors. You aren't allowed to go visit them. So there's a lot of older parents or residents that have Alzheimer's that's where they live. And so right now they aren't allowed to have that interaction of family members or things like that coming into the facility. So my roommate from college, actually, she's the HR director there. She reached out to me yesterday and just said, hey, we aren't allowed any visitors right now. Is there any way that like your students could write letters or things of that nature to kind of reach out to our residents and kind of help pick up their spirits and cheer them up a little bit. So it does not have to be very long, but something positive and sweet just to kind of brighten someone's day. I think that's very impactful. It looks fantastic for you guys to be kind of reaching out to these people in the community that might be a little bit more scared about the situation than some, because they are of the older age on things. They are more prone to this virus. So having the opportunity to hear from someone younger in the community just to kind of brighten their day is awesome. And so make sure if you do a letter, do not put your name on it. Don't put sincerely Mrs. Ball. Instead, we're just going to put Lake Middle High School student. That way it kind of covers confidentiality for you guys and kind of just is a little bit safer. So that's how we're going to kind of handle it. You have till Sunday to turn one in for extra credit. And then we'll get back on with you guys the Monday after spring break and post things and let you know what our plan is moving forward from there. But right now, that's just our plan. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email any of us. We'll try to answer it the best that we can. Hope you have a great rest of your week.